That's right, kid. I'm not trying to sell you a bill of goods. I'm here to tell you, you too can be a winner in the ball breaking day to day. Kid, pack them blues away. Them that sing them is the ones that live them, and those that shove them will rise above them, oh kid, oh boy, oh man, oh son of a bitch world with no damn chance, but you can be it. You can be the one to wake up with the sun breaking through the window, beating down on a pair of smooth white legs draped across your waist. A chance of a lifetime, kid, for just $1, a fifth of a fin, a buck, and you can be a winner. Yes, love is still possible. Love is still possible in this junky world. What's that, kid? You say you've been there pressed between the pastel sheets only to have the mattress ripped out from under you? Say you had that elevator ride to the top just to have it stop between floors? Well, put yourself in my hands. Put your heart in my hands. Put your buck in the box, kid. Take a chance. Pick a card, pick a number, and place a bet. That's right, kid. I smell a winner. I see love about to rise from pigsty smoking cinders. Darn it, kid. Too bad. Try again. Here you go. Take these darts and find the Cupid. One more buck, Mr. Don Juan, Mr. Casanova, Mr. Damn it, kid. So close. Must have been a tailwind. Wait a minute. Come back, kid. These balls here. Knock them bottles down and win yourself a future. That's it, kid. Careful, careful. Damn. Almost, kid. Hey, don't quit now. You disappoint me. Kid, I'll make it right. 2 chances for the price of 1, and tell you what I'm going to do. I'm throwing in a brand new color TV with automatic fine tuning. Come back here, kid. Don't be a quitter. Don't give in to it. Love is still possible. Love is still possible. Love is still possible.
Somebody's been having a good time.
Champagne back here.
And pork.
I hate when people put their cigarettes out of the cake.
Performance art is having a great effect on poetry and vice versa, probably vice versa more so. Music, language, theater, all combine and fit together very well. And more poets are using performance art modes, and more performance artists are looking at poetry and music. It's all working together. That's one reason why things here work so well, because we have a music program, we have an exhibition program, we have a reading series, and they're not really totally separate. They do inform one another, and they do work together, and the audiences are all from all those different disciplines too. Basically everything that we've had here has been here for about well, at least 12 years. So the bookstore is new. We've always had a gallery, we've always had a music program, we've always had a reading series, workshops. And the typesetting we've had since 72, 75? 75, yeah. So we've, practically for the whole history of the organization, we've offered all those services. And then in looking at sort of what we wanted to become and what we wanted to have here, we realized, well, we offer writers reading their work and we help them produce their work, but there's no place to distribute it. So that was one reason for the bookstore. Also because a lot of the stuff in the bookstore isn't available elsewhere, and we wanted to be able to offer it for sale and to buy it ourselves. So
people come to read here from New York and other places, and they look at the bookstore, and sometimes they spend a lot of money here, and at least they get real excited because you can't find all this stuff in one place. A lot of this small press literature. Sort of like Jack was talking about upstairs, how it's almost like the secret society or this underground organization. There are a lot of really wonderful writers whose books have been published in really small editions. And you have to go all over the place to find that kind of work.
There are two other arts organizations on this site, a theater organization and Spark right next door. And in meeting with the other directors of these organizations, we were sitting around talking about, well, what do we all need? And basically, the one thing that we all had in common as a need was a permanent home. And a permanent home so that we could then put all our energies into really making the organizations grow and meet our 5-year plans. So what we've done is we've developed this plan for what we're calling the Men's Center. And what it is to assure that these two buildings on the site, the old city hall that we're in and the jail next door, to ensure that they're preserved, and to assure that arts activities stay in them, and to renovate the buildings, to make them more useful to us, because they're both kind of rabbit warrens right now, and add a 99-seat experimental theater space, a 500-seat theater, possibly some commercial spaces or artist spaces, a branch library, and put them all on the site. And it would be a multidisciplinary art center for the West Side. And, unique in Los Angeles. There's nothing else really like this. There are a couple of art centers being developed in LA, like the LA Actors Theater downtown, MoCA downtown Bunker Hill, but nothing sort of this magnitude that sort of covers all the arts, and would be primarily for new art and ideas, not just sort of music center kind of things.
Hi, this is Ed Smith, and it's Saturday, December 18th, 1982. We're here at Beyond Baroque with Jack Skelley in his office. Jack Skelley works at Beyond Baroque, and he's a poet, and he put out these pamphlets on his own press, Plastic Surgery in Your Skin, this thing, wait a second, and Everything for Baby, and this other thing here with a picture of a nut on the back. And there's another one which isn't here on Fred and Barney Press. He has a book out called Monsters with a nice picture of him on the back, put out by Little Caesar Press this year. He also publishes a magazine called Barney, which has 2 issues out so far. This is the first one, with a drawing by Eric Fisher on the cover. And this is the second one, with a painting that he bought at a garage sale on the cover. The red light's not blinking on.
Yes.
Oh, okay. The microphone is serial. So,
There's a new issue coming out in 2 weeks.
oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Everything for baby. Everything for baby. Everything from A to B. Everything from man baby, lady boy, baby lady. Any baby sees a face where we would see a fish. That's the baby mind making faces in a dish. And baby minds make up the air, drifting noses into arcs and cones, all tonal, simultaneous, and growing. Growing old and getting cold. So anybody struck by baby's fish, once limpid and now stiff, says baby's play is no more fun. No more baby, everyone. Or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
What was junior high like for you?
Oh, pretty bad. I was very neurotic.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't associate with anybody at all. No one even knew I existed.
What did you do?
Oh, I just skulked around. After my Est weekend, I wanted to do everything I never wanted to do. So first I cleaned up my kitchen, which was a primordial mess, with 6 bags full of green slime in the refrigerator bottom and pools of greasy cockroach larvae stuck behind the stove, and especially that roll of old posters under the sink, which I picked up to find many cockroaches, swarming so sickeningly. I gave the full 10 seconds before I opened my 3rd-story window and flung the fucking thing outside.
Yeah, well, you're like a one of the more flamboyant heterosexual poets in the city nowadays, aren't you?
Well, there's not very many, so it's easy.
Easy what?
It's easy to be flamboyant in a crowd of 3.
So how old were you when you first got laid, and how did it affect your writing?
I don't know if it affected my writing at all, but I was probably 18 in a college dorm. That's a nice way to have it. Yeah. But for so many years I was bummed out. I thought I'd never get laid. But everybody thinks that at one time. Don't they? Emergency. It's still dark. My chest is hollow and aches. Salt tears drop onto my overcooked oatmeal. Then I must go out and meet the masses. Old shoals of ruined spirits that flop around my path like grunion, or echo dumb replies like chatty Cathy's. I want to shout through the cutout slot I breathe through, but I'm drowned out by the shrieking of these corpses from their burning tombs. Hell's great heresiarchs, compelling us to shrink from our desires. Yet sometimes, in line for my lunchtime burrito, I catch sight of 2 eyes, a nose, the lips of a pretty saint, who points salaciously toward heaven. Then I think of you, believe again in miracles. Maybe I could get you on the phone tonight. And by the time I'm making dinner, I'm not so much another big dummy as a Lazarus ready to rejoin the living. I have killed my puppet, that grim traitor, and I autonomously walk and talk. So I put on a record and actually dance as the whispers are moaning, "Operator, got to talk to her. This is an emergency." But when I finally call, nobody answers. Over there, it's 3 hours later. Where could you be? A big emptiness begins to gulp me up, and the drift of burning fish follows from the kitchen. I've been developing this theory about pop icons. And most of the writers I publish have something to do with popular culture in one way or the other. Maybe they don't really in their own mind, but when I put them together, I think they sort of do in some way. So it has something to do with both celebrating and making fun of sort of the culture as a whole. How
do you spell them?
I don't know. And holding images from the culture and figures and, well, I call them icons, up to the world's view. So people can spit upon them and adore them. Here's a picture of Robert Mitchum. He's a pop icon. Here's Elvis. He's a pop icon. How about this one? Woody Woodpecker. Anything is a pop icon. Last night David gave me some E.T. candy. To Marie Osmond. There you are again, your crystal perfect face on the cover of the Inquirer. It seems you're everywhere this spring, on more magazines than April has roses. And yes, your series flopped, but you really are more suited to the slit sequined dresses of NBC than to family circle declarations of virginity. Lips of a TV Venus should pucker, not pout. And what a waste that the 9 men you love, hinted at in this week's Star, turn out to be your father and 8 brothers. That the husband you dream of would be another perfect virgin. Your daddy's Mormon domain is as barren of life as his head is of hair. Let me be your conquering consort, and you'll be a far richer heiress. When the shadows of Utah's long winter are fled, and you stand alone on the Rockies, surveying an ancient city of soft buildings, which transubstantiate and interpenetrate in moon aluminum evening, where warm headlighted insects dance in circles, and golden movie star men stand upright among beasts, holding tokens of serpents, sunglasses, electric guitars. Put aside your moral raiment, and I alone among them come forth to offer a litany of ardor. My bride, my guide, my lady, my baby, couch of wisdom, crystal meth connection, green plastic garden pail, handheld butterfly cookie, ice-covered pencil sharpener, brand new house in white-hot flames, bright painted gate to beautiful things, interlocking dancer's thighs of black diamonds, mystical video disc unfolding precisely like flowers, tree-lined La Cienega to Hollywood in autumn, angel of the air, arriving in clean reception, woman made of cities, intricately busy with her own construction. Once we were the issue of chaos, Marie, asleep in the snows of virtue. Now we wake up to mutual delight as priests and presidents wither into indefinite night.